Hey, I have a question for you. What is it that's standing in your way? What is it that's holding you back? In between you and your dreams, what is standing in the way? I know the answer for me, more often than not, is myself. And more specifically, I'd say my fears. And today, compared to most other days ever, I'm really frustrated by that. And I don't know about you, but after being alive, I'm 28 years old. After being around for 28 years, and at least, let's say, as an adult by governmental standards, 18 years, feeling like I've definitely grown a lot, don't get me wrong. But there are certain cycles, patterns, loops, habits that I haven't been able to shake. And today, I just am not with it. I'm just super annoyed at myself, at just the way things are. I'm not sure. And so I sat down today looking to record a video called You're Going to Die. And there's beauty in that. And it's been an interesting journey because this is, after a variety of technical difficulties, my probably fifth attempt at recording this video. And I have been so anxious about recording a YouTube video. This is my second one. Hopefully this is the final version that actually gets posted to YouTube. But I've been so anxious about being seen, about just existing in my authentic form and sharing my thoughts, not knowing where they're going to go or how they're going to be perceived. And I've let that fear control my actions. And I think we all have. Let me know if you agree or disagree. I think we've all been in situations, and we're all honestly frequently in situations where we let our fear of some imagined outcome that's like pretty much literally, in a very literal sense, exists only in your head. This imagined outcome that exists only in your head control your behavior to be that thing, like I said at the beginning, that is standing in between you and what you want your life to be. It's literally yourself. It's a figment of your own imagination. It's a reality that you're constructing within yourself, within your own mind, that you transport yourself to out of the present moment to inhabit that reality instead of the one right here in front of you, where you could go open that door, you could go start that conversation, you could go ask that question to life, to experience, to possibility. And I feel frustrated by the fact that so many of those questions that I could have asked life, I could have asked this like infinite field of potentiality and atoms and protons that were stewing around in, I didn't answer them or didn't ask them. And I answered them myself. And I answered them no myself too, instead of yes. And so to get to the original concept of the video, the title, that I probably titled this video that you clicked on, You're Gonna Die, and there's beauty in that. I realize that I'm not gonna live forever. Guess what? Don't know if it's news to you, but you aren't either. And there's just no reason to not act out of want to move towards. We want to move towards what we want instead of away from what we don't want, in my opinion. And you could argue the semantics on that, but the point is to basically act out of love for a desired outcome instead of fear for a non-desired outcome. That might be a better way to phrase it. And so there's a lot of things I've already said in my other takes of the videos that I don't really feel like rehashing right now. So instead, I'm going to tell a story that I heard when I was in high school, that I read, that really resonated with me. It's that 10 years ago or so, that I still carry with me to this day. It's a Zen koan, which, if you've never heard of before, is basically a short story or parable or something like that, designed for people who are studying in, I don't even know what Zen is, Buddha, like it's a faith, like it's a belief system, whatever. I'm not, it's been a while since I studied this stuff, but the story is this. I'll just get straight to it. Paraphrasing. There's a man, and he's running. He's running from his life. And there's a tiger chasing him. So he's running from this tiger. And he's running through the woods, going through the bushes, blah, 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 trying to get away. And, tiger's catching up. And so he breaks through into this clearing, basically. And there's a cliff. And it's a pretty high cliff. And he looks over his shoulder, and the tiger's getting closer. So he kind of jumps off the side. And so he's like hanging from the cliff, and he's going to try to scale down to get to safety away from this big scary tiger. And at the bottom, he looks down. On the ground below where he'd scaled down, there is another tiger chomping up at him. And so there was one above, and there was one below. And he hangs from the cliff. And, in layman's terms, homie's fucked. And as he's there, hanging, realizing the situation that he's in, he looks to the side, and there's a vine. And on this vine, there's like a beautiful strawberry. And he eats the strawberry, hanging there. And he says, "Ah, how sweet." That's the story. It's the whole story. These things are meant to be interpreted by the reader, but you didn't read it, I read it. So let me interpret it for you in my perspective. The way that I see it is you have birth, you have death. And you can see these tigers as the embodiment of both, or time is how I see them. And you have the time before you existed and the time after that you exist, the above and the below. And our life experience is hanging. It's the hanging, and it's the strawberry. And you can choose to focus on the tigers, or you can choose to focus on the beautiful, sweet strawberry. And I think that to get to the core of this video concept, the beauty in the fact that you're going to die, is I think that it makes that strawberry, or the strawberries along the way, all the more sweet.